Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unfound Podcast channel. This is Unfound's host, Ed Densel. I'm doing this video pretty much on the fly, so please bear with me. As you know, back in May of 2021, I covered the disappearance of Brian Shaffer. On that episode, Kelly Bruce was the guest. And it is now Monday morning, what is it, November 29th, and she texted me or messaged me this morning through on Facebook to say that something had been seen in the video of course, the coverage that occurred of Brian Shaffer's disappearance like about a week ago on that TV show that was on the HLN network. And I'm going to show it to you using my DVR, because I did DVR the episode and it is still saved on my DVR. So I'm going to let this play. There is a reason that it is not centered on the camera, and you will understand that later. But I'm going to, please bear with me as I rewind this using, this is the TV in my bedroom of my condo. Because the other TV out in the other room, the room is just too bright and you don't get as good a picture. So, all right, I'm going to play this regularly and then I will rewind and diagram what has been pointed out to me by Kelly Bruce this morning. And I think this is very compelling. I'm just going to have it play.
And from 1:30 to 2, he was there, and there's surveillance cameras all over that place, inside and out. And exactly 1:57 in the morning, that's the last time anybody saw anything.
It just looked like a guy with a couple friends out having a good time to me, and that's what scares me more than anything.
There is a lot of speculation.
Okay. That was the portion that we're going to be concentrating on. Of course, everybody has seen that portion of the video before. Brian is talking to those two girls. We even spoke about it in the interview, in the episode back in May of 2021. We talked about how those two girls, although their names escape me right at this moment, that they were very drunk. Brian was talking to them. One was like a Clint's assistant or something like that at the college. And they went on their way, Brian went on their way, and they never ran into each other again. This video has been looked at thousands and thousands and thousands of times. The issue, I think, though, has been of how it was framed, how it was presented to the public. Because what you are seeing there, to rewind this, and there is Kelly, by the way, right there. You'll see that if you ever watch this video, you do not get to see all of this. You only get to see about that much of him. It's for whatever reason, that's the way it's been done. But this is the full video. This is the full screen video with no what we might call cropping. And we're all familiar with cropping. We all work with photos these days. So I'm going to rewind this. And now I'm going to slow it down again, and then I will diagram something for you. This is going to play in slow motion now. Excuse me. This is in slow motion now. This is what, half speed or something. Once again, from my DVR on my flat screen TV. All right, here's the portion. Once again, when you've watched this video before, all you could see was right in here. It did not show this bottom part, oftentimes. All right, so there he is. He's still talking to those girls, and that's kind of, okay, we got that right there at the end that I wanted all of you to see. Okay, so now I'm going to diagram this for you. And there's Kelly again. We're going to play this. Once again, bear with me as I fight my DVR.
Hi.
Okay. Now let me set this up for you. We're going to get to that spot again, and I'm going to freeze the video.
Out, and exactly one.
Okay, so here, of course, is Brian. These are those two girls. The feet, if you can see them up here, that is a police officer right here. You've seen them in the other videos. They're wearing white. Cincinnati police or Columbus police wear white instead of black or dark blue. This is a police officer's feet right here. So within feet of him, maybe 8 feet away from where they're standing, maybe not even that. Now, they're all very close together. And keep in mind, once again, in the past, you've only seen about this part. You haven't been able to see this part in many of the videos that have been put out there over the years. So we're going to play this. Okay, look where Brian's left hand is, and it's in his pocket. Her purse is right here. The one girl's purse is right here. Here's the other girl. He reaches into his pocket. He looks, once again, stopping. Look. Look at his face. He's looking over at the policeman. His face is right there. He's looking over there, but his hand is in his pocket. Once again, the reason this hasn't been seen before, I think, is because all the time till now, this has all been cut off. Most of the time, as Kelly has pointed out to me herself. So we'll keep going further. Now watch this. This is going to be in slow motion. He looks back at her. What is that? I think that's his phone. Once again, we haven't seen this before because this has always been cropped. That is certain. And look in his eyes. He's looking down at something. That is certainly his phone. Now I want you to watch what he does next. I'm going to play this. I can only play it at half speed. If I could play it slower, I would do so. Like on YouTube, you could play this at like 1/4 speed. If I was on a computer, I could probably do 1 frame a second or something. All right, it messed up. All right, I knew it was going to do that. Once again, sometimes this jumps around and I can't figure out. All right, so we're going back to that spot again. Please bear with me. This is not what a DVR was meant to do. All right, we'll let it play regular speed here. I'm going to stop it at that point again. I don't know why it does that. All right, so once again, we'll get to that spot. He looks over. He just missed it. There it is. Once again. Eyes, phone. He just pulled it out of his left front pocket. Okay, rewind a little bit, but here we go again. I'm going to diagram this with you as it plays. He looks over at the cop. He pulls out his phone right there, as I just diagrammed. Watch where his arm goes. Watch where his left arm with his phone goes. Her purse is right here. Although I hope you can see that off the screen. You can't see it because the video really is cropped off. There's no more to see. Her phone or her purse is right here because we can go back. Why does it do that? You can tell I don't use my DVR very much. Because once again, if we're to play this, wow.
See all 4 corners of that box.
Was a taxi driver.
Sometimes this thing just does. All right. Why does it do that? Oh, I'm so close to being done with this. All right, see her purse. Here we go again. Here's her purse right here. His hand is already very close to it before. And he might, don't want to lead you anywhere, but his hand is very close to her purse.
7 in the morning, that's the last time anybody saw anything.
All right.
It just looked like.
And look, he reaches over there. Her back is turned, and her purse is right there. But then the big part,
Like a guy with a couple friends.
Is that, watch here in a second or two. Keep watching. He goes up. His hand is not near his pocket. He's looking at her. And then he goes to put his hands on his hips. Right there. And his phone is no longer in his left hand. I'm going to go through this again. Once again, thank you for bearing with me with this this dang DVR. VCRs were so much easier to use, even though the technology was not quite as good. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna watch it in slow motion, rewound, I guess. Okay. So I'm gonna play this for you real time.
And from 1:30 to
again.
2, he was there, and there's surveillance cameras all over that place, inside and out. And exactly 1:57.
He's in there. He gets his phone, looks over at the cop, pulls out his phone, slips it into her purse.
Friends out have a good time to me, and that's.
Is that what it looks like to you?
There is a lot of
Kelly brought this to my attention this morning. I will now play it again
speculation around the
in slow motion. I keep saying how video, when it is given to the public, must be given all of it. Not cropped, not a section, not a second, not a steal shot. Everything must be given to the public. I'm going to keep saying it if anybody wants to listen. Police, you're doing the public no favors when you only give them portions.
1:30 to 2, he was there, and there's surveillance cameras all over that place, inside and out. And exactly 1.
All right, I'm going to... Once again, they're standing out. They're all, of course, standing very close. I mean, he has his stomach up against her left arm. She's looking over here at her friend. All right, this is slow motion. He looks at his phone. You know, he does something there with his left hand. But certainly, her purse is right there. He looks over. He takes out his phone, and the next place it goes is right there. And he does it real quick. And watch how he brings his arm back. Notice his hand does not go back in his pocket. And we have to keep in mind this is slow motion. And then a second later, once again, in slow motion, this is like half speed or something. In a matter of a second, his hand is going and his phone is definitely not in his left hand anymore. What do you think?